Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be looking at this behemoth known as the Wii. Wow, what a console. Everyone was crazy about the Wii when it first launched, and it was so hard to get one at the time. The Wii is the console that appealed to more of the casual audience. The Wii was marketed towards that demographic because Nintendo wanted non-gamers to enjoy gaming as well. And you know what? It worked. The Wii sold over 100 million units worldwide. With the success of the Wii came the success to amazing games. So let's go over the top 10 Wii games that you have to try out. You can't have a Nintendo list without a Zelda game. Twilight Princess is the Zelda game that brought people what they wanted. A Zelda game with a darker tone instead of this. This is my first Zelda game, and what a way to start the series. Because man, this game is whack. And this game can get weird and dark. But that's what I like about it now. You can even transform into a wolf, which is pretty cool the first few times, but after that it can be pretty annoying. However, the dungeons in this game are some of the best with so many exotic themes. The tone of the game matches the art style and I love it. It's definitely worth your time. Yeah, no surprise here. Of course there's going to be a Smash game on my list. Brawl tends to be the black sheep of the Smash franchise, which is a shame because I played Brawl way more than Melee, and I really like Brawl. Yeah, I know, I'm trash. Super Smash Bros. Brawl appealed to a more casual market, and it successfully reached out to that market. They slowed the gameplay and added tripping, which sucked. However, they added so many great characters like Wario, Diddy Kong, and even third-party characters like Sonic and Snake. Not only that, but the content in this game is borderline overwhelming. You got a full single-player story mode, which I loved when I first played the game. The cutscenes that came along with it were so amazing. Smash Bros. Is a huge crossover fighting series, so to have all these characters from all over Nintendo's lineup interacting with one another was a dream come true. Overall, Brawl is just the complete package, and it's a great time. The return to a classic 2D platformer, Donkey Kong Country Returns, could have been a disaster, but instead Retro Studios, the developers behind the game, knocked it out of the park. They brought Donkey Kong back into the platforming genre where he belongs, and I gotta say, it's good to have him back. The movement is so smooth, the graphics are great, and the overall gameplay is fine-tuned. You got normal platforming while also bringing in some good old minecart action. This is the best 2D platformer on the Wii. Yes, the best 2D platformer. Yahoo! Mario Kart Wii is a standard Mario Kart game, but that doesn't make it a bad one. It seemed like every Wii owner had this game. Mario Kart Wii brought some new additions to the franchise like bikes and the ability to do tricks, which brought a bit of strategy because doing tricks gives you an extra boost. These additions, along with new characters and tracks, makes this Mario Kart the complete package. Also, the battle mode's pretty great, with 5 retro and 5 new maps. Super Mario Galaxy is such an amazing, wonderful game. Never has a Mario game felt so serious and cinematic. Mario controls like a dream, and the different galaxies you can visit are just so memorable. The art style is beautiful, and it still looks great even if it's not HD. The soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks in gaming. They went beyond the Call of Duty and it pays off. The music is grand and bombastic when it needs to, but also peaceful and soothing when the game slows down. Honestly, this is my favorite Mario game, and the first Mario game I really got into. Yeah, it's basically the same basic Mario plot we all expect, where you gotta save the princess and there's a big turtle monster. But Galaxy takes that basic plot and makes it more than a damsel in distress. The whole universe is at stake, and Mario is the only one who can save it. This is probably the best game on the Wii, in my opinion. Like the original Wii Sports before it, Wii Sports Resort is a collection of sports that you use the motion control on the Wii remote in order to play the games. However, Resort adds a new expansion called Motion Plus. Motion Plus allows the movement of the Wii remote to be more than just flailing your arms around. It gave the Wii the ability to register more complex motion than originally. This allows for games like archery and table tennis to feel more interactive than ever before. There are so many different sports to choose from, and each use the Wii remote in different ways. This game perfectly shows off the capabilities of the Wii Motion Plus, while also being an enjoyable game. Super Paper Mario looks at the titles before it and says that it needs more platforming. I gotta say, I really enjoyed the change of pace here. It still has some RPG systems like leveling up, but makes the gameplay more like Mario, if that makes sense. They bring a new mechanic to the game where you can change the game from 2D to 3D, which can be loads of fun. Also, having a party along for the venture is great. Each character plays different. Overall, this Paper Mario is worth your time, even if it doesn't have the traditional battle system. I really enjoyed this Kirby game for just being so unique and different. The game's still pretty easy overall, but I love the different transformations that they have in here, and the graphics are incredible. The whole game looks like it was made of arts and crafts, and I love it. Overall, it's a really fun game to play through. The platforming is solid, the collectibles throughout each level are spread out, and it's just so fun to find them. You can't have a Nintendo list without 2 Zelda games. I mean, come on, what kind of list would that be? Skyward Sword was built around the Wii and more specifically the Wii Motion Plus. In Skyward Sword, this gave you the ability to move and swing your sword however you like, and it was amazing. I never had a problem with this feature like others did. Each combat encounter was turned into a puzzle and made it feel more engaging. Not only that, but Skyward Sword is set so many years before the other Zelda games, and it was cool to get some sort of prequel story to the overall franchise. However, this game does have some drawbacks. You start out in the sky, which is really cool, but when you get the ability to go out and soar above the clouds, it's pretty empty and can get boring to fly in, unlike the sea in Wind Waker. Also, the different worlds you drop into are self-contained and aren't connected like you'd think they'd be. Overall though, I love this game, and despite its flaws, it has an engaging story with memorable characters, and to me, it's just fun to play. This is it. This is the best Mario sports game out there. Mario Strikers Charged is actually a sequel to Mario Strikers on the GameCube, but this one adds a charge mechanic to the ball. Every time you pass the ball charges up for a devastating shot. There are also character ultimate shots you can perform, and each character has a unique one that they perform. Diddy Kong's is by far the weirdest. The style of this game is rugged and metal. You wouldn't think that the art style would look good in a Mario game, but on the contrary, it fits very well. Also, you can push people in an electric fence, which is so brutal. I love it. This is my favorite Mario sports game. If you want to know more about this game, I suggest watching Relax video about it because he goes more in depth on it. I'll leave a link to his video in the description below. I love this game so much, which is sad because they haven't made another one since, but hopefully someday we will get a sequel to this gem. The Wii was such a great console. Yeah, at the time, it was lacking in power and graphics, but man, this console made its way into most people's homes. The games were fantastic, and the Wii Remote brought a new way to play games. Let me know in the comments below what games you enjoyed on the Wii. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.